Welcome to Kempire Radio for the first time ever. I'm so excited about this interview. All right.
What's poppin'? How you doing, man?
All right, welcome to Kempire Radio. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this.
Oh, no, most definitely, man. It's a blessing. I really appreciate the opportunity to use this forum to, get people to see that I'm still out here doing my thing. I really appreciate it.
Most definitely. When I even found out that you were on Twitter and that there was a possibility that you would be on the show, I was so excited. First of all, RL, the R&B group Next. So many people think that you guys are broken up. Are you guys broken up? Can we expect new music? What's going on?
Well, we took a break. We had, our moments of egos and growing pains, but Next will always be. We look at a lot of these pop groups and things of that nature, and they can always put egos to the side to provide for their families and put out good product. And we look at a lot of the urban groups and R&B groups, and there's always a member missing here or a new member there or, something like that going on because the egos, they always say us black men can't get along and can't put our egos to the side to handle business. Well, we want to dispel that falsehood and show that we can do that. So Next is going strong. We've just actually reassembled after 5 years, and we did a really, really big show out here in Atlanta. It was really nice.
Oh, wow. And what was the response from the audience? I'm sure they missed you guys.
Well, we've been blessed to have a lot of classics as well as other records that I've written for a lot of other artists. We kind of do like a review and perform a lot of different records. So they were excited. It was a lot of energy. We had a lot of fun.
But, for the audience that doesn't, that's not aware of some of the records you've written for other artists, can you kind of name some of them for us?
Yeah, I've worked with Jaheim, Luther, Usher, Brother, Jay Holiday, Lloyd.
Wow.
Just Coffee Brown. There's a lot. There's a few others I can't even remember.
What was it like working with Luther?
It was actually kind of scary, Of course, it's Luther, and at first you walk in the room and you just feel the energy, but then he kind of relaxed me and made me realize that, look, you're the boss. Tell me what you need me to do. You're in control. And I learned that the best know how to take direction. You would think that the best know what they want and know what to do, but the truth is the way that you stay relevant is by listening to the future, listening to the new sounds, taking direction from new hungry cats. And that's what he did, and it taught me a lot for my career.
Wow, most definitely. So if you guys are just tuning into Kempire Radio, I'm here live with RL of R&B group Next. And so can we expect new music from Next coming soon? Well,
actually, the guys were at my studio last week, and we recorded the first new Next record. My album is coming first. That's almost done.
Okay.
I've recorded maybe 200 records for that, and every time I get this done, they had, hackers from Germany that would hack into, record labels' emails, publishing companies' emails, and take records.
Wow.
So if you look on YouTube, there's probably about 60.
Oh, I know. There's a bunch of RL
mine.
records that are leaked online.
And people don't realize, they think that maybe, me or my producers are doing it. But I actually, every time that happens, I have to go back to the drawing board. I had my first single with Lil Wayne leaked. I had my record with Jock leaked. I had a gang of records leaked. So I just had to, that's God's way of telling me to go in and make it hotter and work harder. So now I've got it all locked down like it's the Pentagon, so nobody's going to be getting these records until they're ready.
Are you releasing your solo album independently, or is it tied to a major label?
Well, I've been given a label through EMI.
Awesome.
And I'd done the whole album, and I've been just waiting. It had been done for like a year, but I was actually out of my contract, so I'm really at a point in my career where I have a choice. I can either go with that situation or this new project that I've been working on, put that out. And I'm kind of, the music is funny. I'm in a different space right now than I was when I did the album. So now I want it to be perfect. I've been gone so long. I want it to be a masterpiece. So I think I'm going to put out something somewhere else, something different, something new, something fresh. So I started taking meetings actually today, and a few labels are interested, so we'll see. But it'll be a major, but it'll also be through me. I've been in the game. I'm 34 now. I've been in the game 15 years, and I want to be an executive. I want to take it to the next level.
So what exactly? I mean, if you're just tuning in again, guys, I'm here with RL from R&B Group Next, but also the solo artist, singer, songwriter. What can we expect from this new album? Do we have a title of the album?
It was tentatively titled Love Music, but I'm changing that. I try to make my music. Well, my label is called Motion Picture Music, because the way I view music is how a blind person has to view a movie. And you know, we take movies for granted. People that can see, you'll watch it and you can look at facial expressions, scenery, and you know, different things like that. How the scene is shot. With music, unless you have a video to really show, you know, or paint a picture, you have to use the songs or the melodies, the vocals, the words, all these things to paint a picture. So well, the name of my label is Motion Picture Music because I really want my music to be epic. I want it to paint a picture for you so that you can actually see. You can see it. I remember when I was growing up, I would call girls up and I would put the phone to the speaker and press play. I block my number, play somebody's record that I was a fan of, hang up. She'd call me back. I'd have the music turned off, and I'd answer the phone like, hello. Like it wasn't me, like I'd been asleep. You know, I want to go back to that. I really want the music to be just amazing. I don't want the gimmick. I know that now you have YouTube, now you have Twitter, Facebook, and all these other social ways of being heard, but I think that also oversaturates the market to where a lot of people that don't have the talent are being heard. I want to stand out, so I really, the title, I think, has to introduce you or reintroduce you to me. So I have no idea what I'm going to call it yet. I'm going to sit down in my studio with my eyes closed, play my record about 100 times back to back, and whatever comes in my heart and my mind, whatever God gives me, that'll be the title of the album.
That's hot. So, RL, any collaborations, any producers that you can mention worked on this album with you?
Well, I got some tracks from D. Cox, Pierre Mador from the Corner Boys, but mostly it'll be these new cats. A guy named Dramatic, part of Soul For Real, his production trio from Birmingham, Alabama. Some new cats. I really realized that hunger is missing in the industry right now. You'll hear a lot of top-tier producers giving new artists or classic artists, you know, their DMC tracks. Or it's not a lot of R&B right now. You're hearing pop tracks and stuff with techno and all that in there. I want some soul. I sing. I want to sing with an A, S-A-N-G. So I need some real music. I need to feel it. And right now, a lot of producers, I mean, they have to because the market dictates it. They have to feed this, you know, their family. So they're really going out and producing, you know, pop tracks, you know, techno tracks and things like that. So I'd rather get the new hungry cats.
And you just touched on you know, some ideas about the R&B, you know, genre right now. I mean, it seems as if it's kind of dying and it's becoming not what it used to be. What are your issues with R&B music today, and how do you plan to elevate it with, you know, your new music, the next new music, and all of that?
Well, you know, when I was coming up, they worked the record. You know, the attention span was a little bit higher, so you know, you would have label execs that really believe. You'd have A&Rs that really did their job, that really believed in a project. The last project that I've really seen them work, and that happened, was the first Keisha Cole's album. She had the record with Kanye. Nobody really, I love the record, but nobody was feeling it like that. Then they came with the second record, and they were like, okay, maybe a little bit. By then, any other label would have been like, okay, that's a write-off, it's done. They came with the third and fourth single and pushed it like, no, listen, pay attention. She's hot, and it worked. But labels don't do that anymore. So nowadays, a lot of artists have to sell themselves short. Oh, we need to be on radio. We need ringtones. We need to be able to go tour right now to make some quick money, because if not, the label won't pay attention to us. So that happened. But I think that partially happened because you started having cats that had street money. They wanted to try to diversify and clean up their money, trying to go into the music game, and they brought that same street mentality into the music game. And some execs got seeped through. Some of these execs were those guys that, you know, weren't really music guys, that didn't really know music, but they knew how to flip money and flip, you know, artists. And they're not loyal. They don't understand music. They don't know music. They didn't grow up listening to music. You know, my cousin is Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind & Fire. I grew up on music. It's in me. So The game is messed up because of, cats selling themselves out. You have to do this. That's why Next left. That's why I left. To be honest, I'd rather I didn't get dropped. I asked to be released. I left $500,000 on the table because I'd rather leave on top instead of selling myself out and putting out records that I don't really believe in and I can't stand behind.
Most definitely. I want to kind of backtrack it a little bit. Again, guys, if you're listening to Kempire Radio right now, I'm here with RL, singer-songwriter, and also, part member of R&B group Next. RL, I wanted to kind of go back to your first solo album. I mean, I was just watching the Good Man video, and I forgot how great that song was and how great that video was. Kind of went back to videos that did stories. What was the process like in creating that album? Why did you do that album in the first place? Was that just when the guys took a break from each other? Or, what was going on during that time?
Well, it's funny you asked that. People don't realize this, but when Clive left Arista to form Jay, we were the only group with an album out at the time. Wifey had just come out. So we were stuck in limbo where Jay couldn't promote the album and Arista wasn't promoting the album because they were switching up everybody in the office. There were new people coming in that weren't working on the project, that didn't know about it, didn't have a history with it. So we were kind of stuck in limbo. So Clive called me up to New York personally, and I met with him, and I had already started on the new Next album. And he was like, we can't fight your album that's out right now and put out another one. It's impossible. But what I will do is give you $500,000 to go do your album.
Wow.
My brothers weren't totally happy about that, but, it was a business decision. So I went in the studio. I had never been in the studio by myself, like totally just, really it was like a school project for me. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I loved to sing and I loved to make music. So I went in with a couple of friends and we just churned out an album. It was fun. There are records on there I like, but it was really me learning how to arrange, me learning how to record, how to co-produce. So it was like a school project, but it was fun.
And I just going back to the video, Good Man. First of all, great record. Shout out to you for that record. I forgot how much I loved that song and that video. Who came up with the concept for that video?
Well, it was actually me and Benny Boom. Benny Boom is like a genius,
Yeah.
I grew up on Purple Rain. I'm from Minnesota, so I've always wanted to do videos like the Aaron Hall, I Miss You. You can expect more of those with my solo project, but I really wanted a video where you cry or where you feel something, like a movie. And that's 3.5 minutes where you can't take your eyes off the screen and you're surprised at the end. We got enough, TNA in videos nowadays, enough champagne, enough VIP and Hennessy and all that. So I really wanted to really make you watch the video. When the video was off, you still stare at the screen thinking, what did I just see? So we really wanted to make it creative, make it something hit you out of left field, something to surprise you. So it's one of my favorite videos. I really, really, really love it. And I knew it was a hit when my little sister seen it and she started to cry.
Wow.